Alright, so it's 1 month later, it's early October, and I'm going to go and check out my two local antique malls here in hometown. I am checking the Peddlers Mall and then Trends and Treasures. Kind of doing this for two main reasons. One reason, of course, is looking for new records. New vendors or existing vendors have updated their stock. But I'm also going to show you those new boxes I showed you last month to see what's happened. In the Peddlers Mall, I'm predicting that that box with some of those expensive 45s, that it's probably going to be virtually everything is still there, that they haven't sold any of that. Yeah, this is that basket from last month. And I mean, I can kind of see just from the arrangement of the records, it's basically identical to the way I left it last month. I'm not even sure if anyone else has really looked through them. So, yeah. I don't think anyone's coming to the Peddlers Mall to buy $20 or $45 records. Okay, this is a new bin. We're starting off with this Time Life. Records of 1964 for $15. It's like, I guess it's 2 records, but I don't think I'm going to get that. Yeah, let's see what we've got. Easier to flip if I take that box out. Yeah, looking like a classic rock box. Stuff in the sort of the $3 to $10 range. Linda. No roller skates. The Jets. I don't like the Jets enough to buy a Jets album. Roy Acuff. Take Me Out to the Ball Game. American Gigolo soundtrack. Neil Young, of course. Air Supply. Boots Randolph. Charlie Pride. Barry Manilow. Rita Coolidge. You got all the staples of the antique mall here. Jethro Tull, Songs from the Wood. I got all the Jethro Tull I need, which is like the greatest hits. Alright, we got the Elvis booth drink. We even got Elvis glasses for you to drink out of. We got Elvis. It's a CD box set, except there's no CDs in it. Elvis CD set. No CDs. $2. This is dumb. Take a drink. Yes. Yes. Elvis. Okay. Metallica DVD set, $5. Unlike the Elvis, the discs are actually here for this one. Alright, we're going to do a quick check to see if there really are new albums added. I don't think there are. I bet Linda and Roller Skates is still $10 and Whipped Cream is still $20. You may remember seeing these before. These records are always here. Herb Alpert, Tijuana Brass with plenty of ring wire. $20. Let's see if that Linda Ronstadt for $10 is still here. And Linda Ronstadt. $10 as predicted. Same as it ever was. Well, this guy has restocked Decline of Western Civilization. Wow. It's a little high at 25, but man. Circle Jerks, Black Flag X. I'm really tempted. Ventures at 250. Yeah, this guy's put new stuff in. I'm guessing we'll eventually run into the old stuff, but this guy is definitely restocked. The Bonds for $4. Flying Burrito Brothers, pretty beat up cover. Stone Ponies featuring Linda Ronstadt. No roller skates. Okay, I was very happy to see new records in there. The dealer I got this from, and he has the booth there, but he does restock it with interesting stuff every now and again. I was shocked to see this Decline of Western Civilization, the soundtrack with all these classic punk bands. Looked it up on Discogs. I mean, I'm not getting a deal, but it's kind of a fair going price on Discogs, and so I got it. Alright, so we're coming back to Trends and Treasures as well 1 month later. This is the place that had the 50-cent box of 45s that I got, like the Elvis picture sleeves and those acetates and other good stuff out of. My guess is that box is pretty much going to be the way I left it last month, and I think I got everything out of there I want. Then there's the $2 box of records. I'm going to guess the Alex Harvey is gone. The Mark Almond, which is not the Mark Almond from Soft Cell, but Mark with a C, but Mark with a K, some prog band. That might still be there, but I don't really want it. Alright, not the Christmas episode, but we've got the Christmas room. There are no records in the Christmas room, by the way. Alright, this is the 50-cent box of 45s from last month. It looks pretty much like it was last month, with the stuff I didn't want to buy last month. Now you may remember I had found a test pressing in there, and I Shazammed it, and it was a George Morgan record, and I think the actual George Morgan single, not the test pressing, is in here. I'm finding a lot of stuff on that 4-star label, not the George Morgan. Maybe I was imagining things. I'll come back if I find it. Alright, here's the George Morgan single that they have. Welcome Back to My World and In the Misty Moonlight. And they have 2 copies of it here. They look bright and happy, don't they? I think this has been here in this display case for a while, but I've never noticed this $30 Elvis Aloha Hawaii single. Big ass seam split. Overpriced Elvis drink. Alright, here's the $2 box of records from last month. Let's see if we still have Alex Harvey and Mark Almond. The box seems just as packed as last month, so I don't think there's been much sales here. They're rearranged a bit because I think the stuff in front was in back before. easiest box to flip through and show you what's going on, is it's pretty tightly packed. Judy Collins. There's City Boy. I don't remember City Boy from last month. I'm wondering if I think there's some slightly different stuff in here. I definitely don't remember the Santana Abraxas from last month. So there's a little bit of new stuff in here. Mostly the same. There's more of these video discs as well. So it looks like the Alex Harvey and the Mark Almond are gone. I'm going to look at the Santana Abraxas. I'm going to bet it's beat up. This is the rare pressing of the Santana Abraxas with the heavily scratched Best of Buck Owens inside. Sad trombone. Here's a tug of CDs. I was going to make fun of it, but I actually see a De La Soul 3 feet high and rising. Yeah, I might actually get if it's the right CD inside. We learned today that that's not necessarily a given. I'm going to look through this box and see if there's any decent CDs in here. But it mostly looks like crap like Celine Dion and Dennis Miller. Alright, so I found 2 CDs to get. They're going to be $1 each. De La Soul 3 feet high and rising. The Prodigy, The Fat of the Land. $1 each. They're the right CDs. It's not scratched Buck Owens and Santana Abraxas. Okay, you see all these boxes of these records that no one wants. These used to be in the Peddlers Mall. Like a year and a half or so ago, I dug out the Greek folk records out of here. Then they moved here about a year ago, and they're stagnating here. Alright, so I'm checking out the Wagon at the beginning of the month as well. This is a place I find fewer records in than the other 2 places, although I have occasionally. It is the smallest of our 3 antique malls. Alright, here are some records I haven't seen before. Not convenient for flipping. Looks like a country basket here. They're like $3. Ricky Skaggs, Eddie Rabbit, Reba McEntire, that sort of stuff, Alabama. Molly Dunn, Marie Osmond, Oak Ridge Boys. Yeah, not really my kind of country. Okay, so we've got some sealed country records here. Career Family. Some sort of comp. Jimmy Dean. Main reason why I pulled this out is because Loretta Lynn passed away the day I'm filming this. There's a Loretta Lynn record. Obviously, it looks pretty early in her career from the picture.
Okay, so let me tell you a little bit about the records I found this time. So the bin at Peddlers Mall, the interesting bin, that $25, The Decline of Western Civilization. I'm not in the habit of buying used records for $25 at antique malls. Almost never do it. Almost never spend that much for used records in general. But I mean, it's an OG. Vinyl is better than the cover. Vinyl is a good VG plus, and I'm not going to find that in the wild very often at all. I've never seen it in the wild before. It's below median Discogs value for that particular pressing, so I went ahead and got it. But the real score of the day was that De La Soul. I bought it for $1, and because of all the troubles with all the copyright issues with all the samples, that stuff doesn't get re-released very often. And CDs are like $20. Used CDs for that De La Soul. So that was a score.